Morning everyone and welcome back to another class of computer. So as we are doing chapter 10 Scratch, which is Scratch, in which we have already learned how to take input from the user and how to compare how to use the conditions in the Scratch programming. Today we will continue that chapter and we will see the following topics in Scratch, which is doing maths in Scratch and comparing numbers. So let's open a Scratch application and let's start our class. So now the Scratch window is open. So today we will be seeing how to do mathematical calculations in Scratch and how to compare the numbers. Now for doing mathematical calculations, all the code blocks for doing mathematical calculations are available in operators code block category. So as in the operators code block category, you can see all the mathematical operators are available. You can use them for doing your mathematical calculations in Scratch. We will see how we can do the calculations by using these operators. So we know that in all the Scratch, first thing which we need to use is that is when flag is clicked, which is in the events code block category. So that will be taken first. Or let's change the sprite and let's take another sprite. So sprite has been inserted. Let's delete this sprite and let's apply a background. So now we have a background and we have a character on the stage. So now we will be creating a script for adding two numbers. So for that, first let's take the when flag is clicked code block from the events code block category. Then next thing is that we need to take the input of the numbers from the user. And for taking input, we already know that we use ask block, which is available in the sensing category. So let's go in the sensing code block category. Let's use the ask code block for taking the first number. And because we will be taking two different numbers, so we need to create two variables also which can store two separate numbers. And for creating a variable, we need to go in the data block category. In this, we will click on the make a variable option, and then we will provide a name for that variable. You can provide any name to the variable, doesn't matter. You can keep any name according to your choice. So I'm keeping the first variable as num1, which means number one. Click on OK. So first variable is created. Now let's create another variable. So again, we need to click on make a variable option. And one thing you need to keep in mind while creating the variables that you cannot keep two different variables with the same name. So the name of the variable should be different. So that's why let's make it num2. So num1 for the first number and num2 for the second number. So always keep the variable names different. Same variable names you cannot keep in Scratch. So we have created two variables. So first question we have asked, let's change the question in this and make it enter first number. So first message we have displayed. Now we need to store that number, whatever the user will enter into the num1 variable. And for that, we need to click on set and then click on the downward arrow and select the first variable here, num1. Now we need to store the input which has been given to the user in the for the ask, which will be stored in the answer code block to num1. We know that by default, whatever the input user will give, that will be stored in answer code block category. So we need to store that number in num1. So for that we use set num1 to dash. So in this dash value box, we will keep the answer code block. So let's just select this and put it inside the value box here. So now whatever the data will be inside the answer code block, that will be copied to num1 variable. Now instead of again inserting these two code blocks, let's just duplicate this. Right click on the code block and select the duplicate option. The code block will be duplicated. Just add it here and change the message to second number. And second number will be stored in the num2 variable. So here we need to change the variable also. So set it to num2 answer. So now we have taken two numbers and we have stored that numbers also in num1 and num2. So now we need to do the addition. And if we are doing the addition, we need to display the result also. So for displaying the result, we already know that we use say block. So we will use the say block here again. Or instead of using the say block for a particular time, we can use this say block also, which will not have any time limitations for displaying the message. So we have taken the say block here. Now in this say block value box, we will keep the mathematical operator for adding two numbers. So operators are available in the operators code block category. So let's go in the operator code block category. And here is the addition code block. So we just bring it here and put it inside the value box of say. So now whatever the numbers we will enter, that will be added, and this plus will return the result, and whatever the result it will give, that will be printed on the stage with the help of say block. We have done that much. Now we need to insert the numbers in the mathematical operator code block here. So for that, we need to put the variables in which we have stored the number. So num1, let's put it in the first value box of mathematical operator, and num2 in the second value box of mathematical operator. So now we have inserted both the numbers. So whatever the number user will enter, that will be added. And when this additional code block will return the result after adding these two numbers, that result will be printed on the stage with the help of say block. So now we have taken the numbers, we have inserted the numbers, and we have displayed the numbers also. So let's now, if you will see the algorithm, if you remember the algorithm of adding two numbers, that was like this only. First start, then take the first number, then take the second number, add the result, and then display the message. So add and display both are in the same one. So same steps we are using here for adding the numbers in the Scratch script also. So let's execute the script. So now we need to insert the first number. Let's insert first number as 10. Press enter, and second number as 12. So the result should be 22. So the moment I will press enter after inserting the second number, the result will be calculated and it will be displayed on the stage. So let's press enter, and now you can see the result has appeared. So you here also at the top left corner you can see in num1 number 10 has been inserted, and in num2 number 12 has been inserted, and by adding them we get 22. Let's re-execute the code and let's change the number 50 and 51. Now if we press enter, the result should be 101. Press enter and you can see 101 result has been displayed on the stage. So like this you can add the numbers. Now the question is there that for adding two numbers, that is okay. Now suppose if we want to subtract numbers, then at that place instead of using the addition code block, we will use the subtraction code block. So just put the num value in this one and num2 in the second value box. Let's re-execute the code. First number, let's insert 20, and second number, let's insert 10. So the result should be 10 because the first 20 minus 10 is equal to 10. So the result should be 10. So press the enter key and here you can see the result has been displayed on the stage. But before displaying the result directly, I want to display the numbers also, that which number we are adding. So for that again we need to use say block, and in this we will display the numbers. The first number is this one, and again we need to duplicate this, and second number will be num2, and then this one, and in this we need to insert the variable num2. So we have done this. So now it will take the number, then it will display both the numbers one by one, and then it will show the result. So let's execute the code. The first number, let's take 13. Second number, let's take 10. Press the enter key. The first number is 13. Second number is 10. And the result is 3. So like this, you can do the calculations on the or in your Scratch application. Second topic was comparing two numbers together. Now for comparing the numbers, in that we have already seen. For that we need to go in the again we need to go in the operators code block, and there are three different code blocks for comparing the numbers. First one is less than, second one is equal to, and third one is greater than. So you can use whatever code block you want to use. So let's use the first code block here. Now in this we do not need to use the mathematical operator, this one. So just insert the num1 and num2 in the value box of this comparing operator, and then put this comparing operator inside the say block. Now click on the flag button, insert the first number. So now the condition is first number is smaller than the second number. So it will give the result in either in true or false. If this condition is true, it will display true. If the condition is false, it will display false. So let's insert the first number 3 and second number 1. So this condition is false because the second number, sorry, yes, the first number is not smaller than the second number, first number is bigger. Because the first number is 3 and second number we are inserting, that is 1. So the result should be displayed as false. So first number is 3, second number is 1, and result is false because first number is not smaller than the second number. So like this you can use the comparing operators in your Scratch application, and you can use it according to your requirement. You can use it at different places for some conditions and some other making decisions in your Scratch. So in this class, till this much only. In next class, we'll learn some another thing. Till then, keep studying, stay healthy, stay at home. Bye everyone.